Hey, Scrappy people. Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a life-crafted layout in my everyday album. And today I'm going to be scrapbooking this photo of all of us crammed into the back seat of an Uber. And I'm going to be using the Away We Go collection along with the Color Cast Designs May release, which is travel themed. I think both of these I bought separately. I'm not sure if they were included in the subscription or not. I'm not sure which one I'm going to be using yet either. I know that these wood veneer are definitely included in the subscription, but I'm going to be using that with my Away We Go collection to scrapbook this photo. All right, let's go. So I immediately knew that I wanted a nice dark background for this page with some paper strips, and I actually decided to go horizontally across the layout with these arrows, and I'm actually going to back another paper strip across the horizontal line as well, because when you see when I put that hit the road down, it was not really legible and it was kind of making me a little bit annoyed. So we're going to put this pink back here too, which I actually really like the double paper strip. I think it's a fun, simple way to add a lot of paper to your page and also make it it's like a nice simple, what do I want to say? A simple layout to start your foundation. So I'm going to pull this up a couple of times because I want to make sure that this hit the road fits really perfectly. I decided to use the hit the road instead of the let's go, mainly because I don't know, like the let's go actually fit better because I could sit it right there on top of Patrick's head, but the blue was a little bit too bright for the blue in the collection, and it was kind of bugging me a little bit. So I'm going to use the hit the road instead, which is a little bit like there's a green and there's a blue in this collection, a light green and a light blue, and this hit the road is right in the middle, and so it worked for me fine even though it didn't quite match both colors. I'm not too much of a stickler for color matching except for when it clashes, so it worked out pretty well. So I'm going to use this wood veneer underneath the car from the collection. It says good times, and then I'm going to cut out from the paper pad this I think it's probably 3x3 journaling card to use for my journaling. It says we are here. I really liked the pop of yellow that brought into the page as well, so that's where I'm going to start. I decided that I wanted to have some fun with these dies from the collection, and I cut out a bunch of these little tags from 6x6 paper pad mostly, and like scraps that I had from cutting down other things. So I'm going to use the tags on both sides of the page to pull the design together, trying to decide how I want them first. Then of course I put them down over here and decide to change them up later. That's just how I roll most of the time. So I'm going to play with these for a minute, and then I'm going to add some to the right hand side or the left hand side underneath the photo. So because I don't really love the way that this is looking right now, so I feel like I need something to make it make sense. I really do like this part, except for that the we are here and the are we there yet were just a little bit too close together. I don't mind having both sentiments even though they're similar sentiments, but I think that the are we there yet needs to be on top of the we are here because it kind of answers the question, right? Are we there yet? We are here. So I didn't like the way that looked on the bottom there. So I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to start putting stuff underneath the photo on this side, and then I'm going to change it up a little bit on that side. So I wanted to bring in some more yellow, so that was the first thing that goes down. I'm going to put it right underneath the car. And then I want there to be two stacked together, just like on the other side. I was okay with adding the pink over here because there was some separation between the pink mat and the pink tag with the arrow strip. So I like the way that looks. So I'm actually going to mirror it on the right hand side and stick the tags up coming out of the top of the journaling card. So that's initially where I was going to put them before anyway, but the problem I was having was that the journaling card was just a little bit too small and it wasn't making enough of an impact on the right hand side by itself. So you can see it's just a little bit small, a little bit meh, And when I got the tags behind it, it didn't quite look right. So I'm gonna actually back the journaling card with another piece of paper. I'm gonna go through the 6x6 pad, and I'm gonna pull out a green because I felt like we needed just like another color to come in here. And also, I felt like when the green and the blue were together, it started to read more like that teal hit the road. It's obviously still green and blue, but like when you just look at it all together, it kind of brings that teal into play a little bit better, I thought. So I'm going to back it with green and then blue, the blue tags. And that gives, you can see that the border that I added is just a little bit larger than the card, but it really did help the impact of the card on the page. So I'm going to fuss with these tags a little bit more because obviously I'm going to be super annoyingly fussy about them. So then I put the "Are we there yet?" at the top like I wanted. So now it says "Are we there yet?" We are here, which makes a little bit more sense to me. I'm trying to shove in a couple more of these tags that I made into this composition. I really wanted that, for some reason I just really wanted that yellow bug up there at the top. But we got it in, it works. So I have this sticker sheet from the 12x12 collection, and I want to add in some of these arrows just for a little bit of whimsy to the page. There we go. I actually add in 3 and end up pulling one up later. For some reason, all of the arrows don't all go in the same direction, but because there was 3, obviously 2 went in one direction and 2 went in the other direction. So I couldn't quite get them all to work right. I needed the opposite way, one going in one direction and then the other 2 going in the other direction. But that's okay. So I went through some of the ephemera from the collection. These are from the frames and tags, and I want to add this here like it's a little scalloped paper. I like the way that that gave it a little bit more weight, and also we're incorporating some more of that pink. And I'm going to add this photo op, even though the last thing I need is more words. I liked it, and I thought it worked. So we're going to stick it right under here. And I made sure that the camera lined up with the "We are here" so that the photo op didn't, so that I'm staggering the words around the page and they're not just like a big line of words. So what I really wanted to add in here were these plus signs from the Colorcast Designs release. I really loved them. I pulled out pink, teal, and white because it matched. Those are the ones that matched the best. And so I created 2 or 3 little clusters of 2 plus signs each. Oh, I love it. It's similar to what I do with enamel dots, except these make much more of an impact, and they are super fun, and a super fun alternative to an enamel dot. I wanted to add in another floral up here because there was a floral on the left-hand side over there underneath the car, but I couldn't quite make it work the way I wanted it up here. Just like the orientation and the size of the cluster just wasn't quite doing it for me. So I pull it back up and I'm gonna put it down here instead. I thought about covering up the "We are here," and so that just totally made everything moot about the design or why I wanted things where I wanted them, but that's okay, no big deal. Alright, so that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you could give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Traci M. Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well. And I will see you next time. Thank you.